Hello everyone, welcome back. Savert is here, coming back with part 2 of What If Deku Had Cremation. Now, where we last left off, Izuku has gone into his entrance exam, and after, obliterating every robot there and turning them into basically lava, he fought it against the zero pointer, and his cremation get out of control and start burning his body, but for his luck, there was one of the examiners there had a water quirk, as he just throw water at Izuku. After that, Izuku just walking out of UA, he meet with his, you can say like the most person that he admires, which is Endeavor. As Endeavor talked with Izuku, telling him to asking him about his name and his quirk, and told him to meet him tomorrow to train him on and his agency, as Izuku agreeing to that. As we continue in the morning, Izuku coming out of his, bed so excited, knowing that he will gonna train with his own mentor, as, Izuku said, "Good morning, Mom," as Inko said, "Oh, good morning, Izuku, you seem quite full with energy today. Is there something you will gonna do today?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I met with Endeavor in UA, and he told me that he want to train me," as Inko said, "Endeavor, Izuku, are you sure you want to train under his hands? Because you know how he's acting." As Izuku said, "Maybe he's kind of so how can I say it? Such a heavy, having a very heavy shadow, but he will gonna. I know that he will gonna train me on such a great skills, because if he might actually train me, I might actually be able to control my flames and doesn't have to worry about getting burned anymore." As Inko said, "Well, Izuku, do whatever you want. I'm trusting that you won't gonna get hurt." As Izuku said, "Thanks, Mom." And after that, Izuku eating his breakfast and take his blue t-shirt with the short sleeves and wear his jacket and get out of there. As after that, he taken with him, of course, his bag that have things like cold food and cold water and things like that to lower his temperature. As he standing in front of the agency of Endeavor, as he said, "This must be the place that Endeavor told me about. So big." As he get in, he see left and right people just running with not really running, but so fast going to their works, like someone is just talking, saying, "Put that there," and things like that. Heroes left and right, especially fire heroes. As Izuku said, "Whoa, this place is so much bigger than inside from outside." As he go into the security, or the woman that welcoming everyone, as she just talking on the phone saying, "Yeah, I want you to come here in the tomorrow 7 a.m. All right, don't get late. Endeavor doesn't love the people to get late." As Izuku said, "Miss, can I talk with you?" As the woman said, "Yeah, put that there. I want it one. I want to put A on the B, not B on the C. All right, put it A on the B." As Izuku said, "Madame," as the woman just continued talking on the phones, Izuku said, "Can I talk with you?" As the woman said, "What do you want, kid?" As Izuku said, "Endeavor told me to meet him today in his agency." As the woman said, "Endeavor told you to meet. Endeavor said that you will gonna meet you today. Don't make me laugh, kid. You are must imagining things." As Izuku said, "Can you just call him?" As the woman said, "Kid, Endeavor is the number 2 hero, is so having a lot more important things than talking with kids like you." As he hear, Izuku said, "But," as he hear a sound from behind saying, "Let him get in." As the woman turned around, she see Endeavor, as she said, "Mr. Endeavor, what are you doing here?" As Endeavor said, "I'm here to take this kid." As the woman said, "So here you were serious about Endeavor thing?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I was serious." As Endeavor said, "Next time if he come here, don't stop him. Send him immediately into my office." As the woman said, Alright, Mr. Endeavor. And after that, Endeavor said, well, come with me, kid. As Izuku starts, walking with Endeavor and, into the elevator. As they get inside the elevator, Endeavor press on the the top, his office, the floor on top and everything, and just press the button to go into his floor. As you know, Izuku just standing by the side of Endeavor inside the elevator, as just for a moment of silence. Izuku said, "So, what kind of training that we will gonna do?" As Endeavor said, "Just quiet." As Izuku said, um, uh, um, um, yeah, how does it like to be the number two hero? As Endeavor getting quite angry. Izuku said, "I'm sorry about that. So, why did you want to train me in the first place?" As Endeavor said, "You have Cremation. It's such a hot flames, and I want to see what you can do." As Izuku said, "Alright." And after that, Endeavor finally got into his office as he sit on his, chair, and Izuku sit in front of him. As Izuku, Endeavor says, "So, are you Toya Todoroki?" As Izuku said, "Toya Todoroki? I mean, who is Toya Todoroki?" As Endeavor said, "Are you playing dumb with me?" As Izuku said, "No, of course I would never do something like that." As Endeavor said, "So, I want to ask you something. What is your birthday?" As Izuku telling Endeavor about his birthday, Endeavor said, right. As, he searched on, and that day the day before he saw Izuku, he started collecting some information about him. As he just trying to put this information and, you know, put it with the Toya information and see if it's actually like the same guy or something like that. As Endeavor in the end find out that Izuku is not Toya, he's just having Cremation. As Endeavor said, "Alright, looks like you're not Toya." As Izuku said, "Who is Toya?" As Endeavor said, it's just someone that you doesn't need to know. Let's just go." As Izuku said, "Where will we go?" As Endeavor said, "To train, of course. Come on." As Izuku, got with Endeavor and the elevator again, as they start going down, even not even for the first floor, but even you know underground. As Izuku seeing in front of him such a big underground facility. It's like, a big arena. As Izuku said, "Wow, what's this arena?" As Endeavor said, "This arena has been made specially for people with fire quirks. This place will not gonna get burned so easily, so don't get worried about using your full power. I have water, some water heroes working under my hands to turn the fire if anything gets out of control." As Izuku said, "Great. So, what will be my training?" As Endeavor said, "First of all, show me what you got." As Izuku said, "Wait, you want me to go against you?" As Endeavor said, "Yes. Come on." As Endeavor said, "Don't worry, I will gonna hold back on you." As Izuku said, "Alright." And after that, they got into the arena. As Endeavor, getting ready to fight, saying, "Don't hold back on me. Use as much Cremation that you can use. Alright?" As Izuku said, "Alright, Endeavor." And after that, Izuku, his body starts engulfing with Cremation. As Endeavor, is trying to see what Izuku can and what cannot he do. As after that, Izuku engulfing his legs with Cremation as he go flying at. After that, Endeavor dodge into the left side and throw his own flames at Izuku. Izuku, covering the left side of his body with Cremation to protect himself from Endeavor flames, creating like a shield of Cremation, because he can, build things using his fire, unlike Dobby. As after that, he immediately jumped behind and start breathing heavily because cremation is taking a lot of oxygen from his body. As Endeavor said in his mind, looks like he needed to breathe a lot of oxygen to use his flames. More than normal. Interesting. And after that, Endeavor jumped into the sky and start throwing fireballs at Izuku. Izuku trying to dodge it, but he immediately get overwhelmed because, Endeavor is just throwing one fireball after another. Izuku creating a wall of cremation to protect himself so he can take a couple of, a little bit of his breath, take his breath. As after that, Endeavor said, "Come on, you're not gonna win a fight if you will just gonna defend yourself." As after that, Izuku jumped out of the wall of cremation into Endeavor with a punch, with a fire punch, as he immediately punched Endeavor in his guts, and after that he give him, a punch under his jaw, sending him into the air. After that, using cremation, he create like a tentacle in his hand and got hold of, Endeavor leg and smash him into the ground. As Izuku said, "He were saying what?" As Endeavor said in his mind, said, "Interesting, he can create things using his fire. Let me show you my tricks then, kid." And after that, Endeavor start flying in the air. As he create, two spears of flames, and after that he throw them at Izuku. Izuku, dodging this attack and start, jumping on the walls because he doesn't know how to fly, just like Endeavor. And after that, while he jumping on the walls, Endeavor using a beam of fire throwing it at Izuku. Izuku trying to protect himself, but he couldn't, which making him burned a little bit. After that, he, creating two spears of his own cremation and throw it at Endeavor. One, throwing the first one at Endeavor. Endeavor said, "Now you are just copying me." As after that, the spear, when Endeavor dodging the spear start going back at Endeavor from behind. Endeavor, in the last minute was able to see this and dodge into the left, but not before he get a little bit slash of, the spear. Izuku on the ground immediately jump at Endeavor and give him a kick in his back, sending him on the ground. After that, he jumped back saying, "Damn it, I use a lot of my powers." As Endeavor said, "Interesting. Great trick from you. But I think it's time to end this." As Endeavor put his hand together, put his hand together, and Izuku said, "Oh shit, I know exactly what this is." As after that, Endeavor said, "Dominance burn!" As he throw a beam of flames at Izuku. Izuku, jumping into the right side to dodge this attack, but Endeavor was ready to this and immediately throw fire at Izuku after he stopping using his dominance burn. As after that, he stand up, on Izuku right now on the ground, as Endeavor stand on his, above him, holding his hand with the fire in it, saying, "Now you'll lose." As Izuku said, "Damn it, I was so close." As Endeavor said, "Not at all. I was just holding back on you." As Izuku said, "Yeah, but that was a good fight." As Endeavor said, "Interesting. You can use your cremation to create things, huh?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I'm not very talented about it. I just normally throw fire everywhere. And I can't even fly." As Endeavor said, "Interesting. Next day, come back tomorrow. We will gonna start training you on trying your thing of creating, creating object with your flames, and also to teach you how to fly." As Izuku said, "Really?" As Endeavor said, "Yes. Now, go to the infirmary." Or, Endeavor called the doctors to heal Izuku. Some of them have a, healing quirk, some other just having water and ice quirk to cold, lower the heat temperature of Izuku body and things like that. As they immediately doing like job to him. They making him like he didn't even gone against fight with Endeavor. As Izuku said, wow, you have such a great doctors. As Endeavor said, of course I have. Now, come back tomorrow at the same time, and don't worry, next day the security won't gonna stop you. As Izuku said, thanks, Mr. Endeavor. And after that, Endeavor Izuku leave the place. As Endeavor said, tomorrow let's see what you will gonna do tomorrow against me, kid. Maybe one day I will gonna throw you against Shoto and see who is the strongest between you and who's deserving to be the next number one hero. And after that, Izuku go back into his house as while he's just walking in the way, he hears a sound from an alleyway as he see in an alleyway three goons trying to steal a man. As the one the leader said, give me your money, asshole, before I kill you. As the guy said, all right, just please leave me. As after that, the guy start to take out his money out of his pockets. Izuku tried to go there, but before he could do anything, he heard a sound saying, alright guys, leave the guy alone. How many times did I already kick your asses? As they said, oh no, not this kid again. And after that, from above the building, a kid wearing like a white hoodie on his head, having a green bag on his back, carrying a sword, said, alright, now who is the first one that want to his ass to be kicked? As the leader said, not you again, come on guys, let's kill him. As the three guns start going at the kid just dodging these attacks. And after that, he go to slash one of the three goons, as he managed to knock one of them off. The second one try to attack him from front, but he immediately dodging this attack and give him a kick between his legs. As the last guy, the kid said, easy enough. As the last guy, which having a shadow quirk, giving him the ability to teleport from any human shadow. For a person that having a shadow, he can jump from a person's shadow to another person's shadow like this. As he jumped from one of his friends that right now unconscious shadow into the kid's shadow, and he was about to stab him with the knife from behind. But before that happened, Izuku throw a ball of cremation at the guy, sending him into a wall, knocking him off. As the kid looking in front of him, he see a kid with a blue flames on his left hand. As the kid said, thank you, man. As Izuku said, who are you? As the guy had, the guy that has been, he been, I mean, the guy that this goons tried to steal, he said, thank you. As the kid said, don't worry, mister. Here, take your money. As he gave the money into the guy and told him to leave. As the kid said, so who are you? As Izuku said, my name is Midoriya, and who are you? As the kid looking like this, saying, my name is Fen. Nice to meet you. What is your quirk? I mean, it's basically fire, but what kind of fire it is? As Izuku said, oh, Cremation is not a big deal. As Fen said, cool. My quirk is what was called? I forgot what it's called. It's called like, yes, my quirk is pocket dimension. I can store an endless amount of things in anything that I want. Literally, like my pockets, I can literally take off like a car out of it. As Izuku said, interesting, but what are you doing in the night here? As Fen said, well, to be honest with you, I'm a vigilante, so see you around. As Izuku said, wait, and after that, Fen just jumped away. As Izuku said, what a weird guy. As let's give you some information about Fen. Fen is the people calling him the adventure vigilante. He was normally a vigilante in America, but his his always he always want to go on an adventure everywhere, as he start leaving America and go to Japan to see what's there and what will gonna happen with him there. As his quirk is pocket dimension, he can just take anything out of his back or pockets, anything that he store in it. He been famous by stealing the banks, and after that, after one day, just giving the money back. Normally the money is not fully restored. Like sometimes just using the money buy for himself something like ice cream or a hot dog or something like this, and then give all the money back to the bank. And also helping people, capturing villains and things like that, but he never kill anyone. As that's some information about Finn. As we cut into Izuku. Izuku said, "What a strange kid, but he's so good at fighting." As the three guns said, "Ah, my head, where's that asshole is?" As Izuku immediately throwing fire at him, knocking him off. As he said, "I need to call the police." As Izuku called the police, and after that, the police just take those three guns. The police, told Izuku that is not, from the right to use his quirk. As Izuku just explained what happened and everything, they just leave him. Izuku coming back to his home, his mother welcome him, he eat his dinner. After that, he go to sleep. Now, and the next day. And the next day, Izuku just going with the endeavor to train. Normal training, like teaching Izuku how to create things using his flames, how to fly and things like that, which is Izuku is actually learning so fast. He still need to work on his flying ability, but in creation he most likely will be able to use it. As he was creating things like swords, even animals sometimes, tigers, sometimes even creating a baseball bat. And we cut into, the day when he finally was gonna get into UA. As Izuku said, "Alright, this is the first day on UA. Izuku, don't screw everything up, alright?" And after that, Izuku, start walking to UA. As he just searching for his class. As Izuku said, no, not this, not this. Class 1A, where is it? As he hear a sound from behind saying, "Oh, Class 1A then. You must be one of the students Class 1A, right?" As Izuku looking behind, he see a kid with a blonde hair and blue eyes. As he said, "Yeah, and who are you?" As the kid said, "My name is Monoma, and I am a student Class 1B. You must think that you are better than us, right? Thinking that you are all high and mighty from you Class 1A, right? Thinking that you are better than any other student in UA. Well, let me tell you one thing, you asshole. I'm gonna kick you out of your class and take your place in it." As Izuku just hearing this kid just throwing insult at Izuku. Izuku said, "What's wrong with this kid? Why is he so annoying?" As after that, Izuku, get a little bit closer to Monoma and put his hand on his shoulder as he said, "Can you tell me where is my class?" As Monoma said, "Oh, alright, you're..." To be honest with you, I really want to see you just running around like an idiot, but I'm gonna try to be nice and tell you that your class is there." As Izuku said, "Oh, thank you." And after that, Izuku got hold of, Monoma's shoulder and flip him above his head and throw him in front of Class 1A. As Izuku start walking while Monoma on the ground, as he looking down at Monoma and said, "Thank you for helping me to find my class." As Monoma said, "You asshole." As Izuku said, "Yeah, just insult me." And after that, he opened the door, seeing inside the class things that he'd never wanted to see, which is Katsuki Bakugo with a kid with a blue hair just telling him that he should not put his legs on the desk. As Izuku said, "Great." Explosion head and also the engine boy. As Ida seeing Izuku looking at him, as he immediately rush at Izuku and start chopping the air. As he said, "I'm sorry for everything that I done to you in the entrance exam. You proved that you are a much better student than me, and you know, the much better student in the entrance exam than me, by saving that girl under the rubble, and also jumping in before even Mr. Mr. President Mike telling us to go. As well, Ida is just talking. He's just bowing in front of Izuku. As when he raises his head up, he doesn't see anyone. As he said, "What the?" As he looked behind, he see Izuku has already sitting in his, on his desk. He wasn't even listening to what Ida's saying. As Ida in his mind said, "What the hell is wrong with this kid?" And after that, everyone get into the class. As Aizawa, they are just talking. As Aizawa said, "Shut the hell up." Ugh, annoying. As Izuku, they shut up and said, "Who are you?" As Aizawa said, "My name is Shota Aizawa, your homeroom teacher. And soon enough, I'll be the person that will gonna expel you out of UA. If you will not gonna shut the hell up right now. I didn't want to hear anyone talking." As everyone's just quiet, Racer has said, "Now, wear this gym uniforms and meet me outside. We will gonna do a Quirk apprehension test." As I, Oraka said, "But aren't we gonna?" As Aizawa said, "Do you want to get expelled?" As Oraka immediately shut up, and Aizawa said, "Good. Now wear these." As Izuku, just take one of the gym uniforms and go into the changing room. As in the changing room, he take off, his shirt, showing his scars on his back and his left arm and everything. As Kirishima said, "Whoa, man, what's happened to you?" As Izuku said, "Oh, these are just because of my quirk." As you know, Kirishima said, "Your quirk? What is your quirk?" As Izuku said, "Cremation." As there someone was, changing his clothes here in Cremation, he immediately, get shocked and look at this kid. As he said in his mind, "So this is what my old man told me about. He doesn't seem that strong." As after that, Izuku just explaining his quirk to Kirishima. Kirishima said, "Yo, that's so bad." As Izuku said, "Yeah, it's mostly hurting me, but it's good, to be honest with you." As Kirishima said, "Well, that's so manly of you. My name is Kirishima. What's your name?" As Izuku said, "Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya. Nice to meet you." As he go to shake Kirishima's hand, Kirishima, get a little bit, feeling such a massive heat from Izuku's hand. Not very massive. Izuku, heat temperature is normally high than normal, but when he use his cremation, that when his body start, to literally burn anything that is touches. As Kirishima said, "Why is your hands are so hot?" As Izuku said, "Well, my heat temperature is much higher than any normal person. That's why, because of my quirk." As Kirishima said, "Oh, I understand." After that, Izuku closing, his closet, as he see a kid, a kid with a purple hair watching from, peeking on the girl's changing room. As Izuku immediately go at him and smash his head into the wall and said, "Now, normally I would have burned you, but I'm trying to become a fucking hero. If I saw you ever try to peek on the girl's changing room, I'm gonna burn your head off. Understand?" As Mina, looking at Izuku eyes, eyes just growing with cremation. As he nods his head, saying, all right, I will never gonna try anything like this." As Izuku said, "Fine, you are having a chance to live for another day." As Izuku immediately put his hand on the hole and melted the wall to, close the hole inside the wall. As, after that, everyone get out of the changing room and meet with Aizawa into, and they're out of the UA. As after that, Aizawa said, "Great. You need 10 minutes to change your clothes. That will not do. Next time, if I told you to go on a quirk apprehension test, you have to change in 5 minutes, understand?" As, everyone nods, Aizawa said, "Well, can I have Izuku Midoriya here?" As Bakugo said, why is he gonna go first? Why is that demon is gonna go first? As Aizawa said, demon. As Izuku said, he's just hate me. Don't mind him. As Aizawa said, well, he got the highest score in the entrance exam, so he will gonna throw the ball first. As Bakugo said, he got the highest score? That's impossible. As Aizawa said, are you serious? He got the highest score with 150 points. As everyone's shocked by this, even Todoroki, since he didn't even, he got just 90 points. As Todoroki in his mind said, what? He got more points than me? I'm gonna keep an eye for you, Midoriya. And after that, Aizawa threw to him the ball and said, come on, throw it already. As Izuku said, alright. And after that, Izuku, engulfed his, left arm with the cremation as he got hold of the ball and throw it into the air. Izuku got 150 meters. Why? Because the ball is just burned in the middle of the way. As Aizawa said, well, 150 meters. As Baku laughed a little bit on this. Izuku said, damn it. As Aizawa said, how much from your power did you use? As Izuku said, you told us to not hold back. As Aizawa said, looks like your flames burned the ball. Look, how about another chance? As, Aizawa throws to Izuku another ball. Izuku trying this time to lower the heat. As he throw the ball, he got 351 meters. As, but the ball just burned in the middle of the way again. As Aizawa said, looks like this one's gonna do. Well, good job. Maybe in the next time when you learn to lower your heat more than that. As Izuku just go and stand by the others, by the side of the others. Everyone doing the, Quirk apprehension test. Izuku, and the jumping, he just literally engulf his legs with fire and start flying, but, start flying, which technically giving him infinity because he's just flying. And the 15-meter dash rate, 15-meter dash, he just, engulf his legs and start literally flying into the end of the other, into the end of the line and things like that. As when everything done, everyone, get out of UA and start walking. As Kirishima, meet with Izuku outside saying, hey yo, Izuku. As Izuku said, oh, Kirishima, hey, what is it? As Kirishima said, I saw what you did there. You were so good. As Izuku said, thank you. You are also were so good, but I wish that I had a quirk like yours. As Kirishima said, what? As Izuku said, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, every time that I look at my body, I just remember times when I was literally burning alive. As he started explaining about the first time that he ever got his quirk, as Kirishima said, whoa. And I thought that my quirk was so bad. As Izuku said, what do you mean? As Kirishima started explaining about his, first time that his quirk worked, telling him that he accidentally hit his eyes, giving him this scar on his, eye. As Izuku said, so that's why you have it. As Kirishima said, well, I was thinking that my quirk is bad, but now when I saw you, I'm really need to think back about everything that I was once thinking about. As Izuku said, well, anyways, so what's your favorite ice cream? As Kirishima and Izuku start, walking away. As this, I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say then. Severed was here.